MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Tonight, the second of four between the Sky Sox and the New York Yankees. Gary Sanchez, with just days left to play, the league's top power bat looks to cement his case for the home run crown. Next. Luis Severino will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Luis Severino's really turned himself into an all-around pitcher. Came out of the bullpen early in his career for the Yankees. Big fastball, 96 to 100 miles an hour. Hard slider. His changeup has gotten better. And one of the things he does better than anybody in the league right now, maintains his velocity. He'll be 96, 97 in the first, 96, 97 in the seventh or eighth. Power arm, one of the best all-around arms in the game.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape. Winners in 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty V. And you know one thing you don't want to do here, D-Row, you've been on some good teams, not to lose focus at this point of the year, to keep the big picture in sight, because there is a postseason lurking, and it's so easy to get ahead of yourselves and not take the rest of the schedule serious.
I think the nice thing for this team is that they won the division. They will, for whatever happens, get a 5-game series. It's not that 1-game wild card, win or go home. This team can prepare themselves to battle and try and win 3 out of 5.
Next to bat will be Yasiel Puig. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Here comes the first pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. Severino has pitched north of 700 innings in the majors and sports a respectable ERA just under 3.50. The windup and the 0-1. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now. Severino has compiled more than 180 innings of work. And in that time, he's compiled a whip under 1.3. Translation, he's better than league average in that category. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. Temperature here at game time, 61 degrees. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
He put up a pretty good battle at the plate right there. They finally get him on a 1-2 pitch, but you could see that he wasn't laying down without a fight. He really made the pitcher earn that strikeout.
At the plate, Mike Yastrzemski, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed, and the side is retired. Madison Bumgarner, a lefty from North Carolina, gets the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Their ball club is going to have to keep a close eye on this one. This guy's nearing 200 innings on the season, and that's a lot of innings. A guy that takes the ball every 5 days. I'm sure they're going to watch to see if there are any signs of him tiring early in this one.
Stepping into the box, DJ LeMahieu. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now here's the pitch. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty V, we're getting a look at a really good team right here, D-Row. The only thing you hope they can do is to stay focused as the season winds down. They're a good team, and it looks like they could go a long way in the postseason.
Dan, I've racked my brain trying to figure out what's the best way to go in. Clinch your division early, be playing good baseball, meaningful baseball down the stretch to get into the postseason. Bottom line is it's an 11-12 game sprint when you get in. You want to be executing on all cylinders when you get in, but anything can happen.
And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Really good pitch right there. So you're moving the ball all around the strike zone, and then what do? You come in. That's a hard pitch for any hitter to do anything with. Just really makes it difficult to get that bat head out.
In now, Tyro Estrada. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Bumgarner has racked up over 190 innings on the mound, and during that time he's worked to a sub-1 whip, less than 1 base runner allowed per inning. The 1-0 is taken for ball 2.
Back-to-back strikeouts in the first right here. Pitcher is setting the tone, pounding the zone.
Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the player.
Oh, look at the diving stop. He's out. So an excellent play at second base for a team that's done well defensively all year. As we take a look at the league leaderboard in terms of team fielding percentage. And in fact, that number is not only the highest in all the American League, but is actually the highest in all of baseball. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a curveball swung on and missed, and a great call there as the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. We are still scoreless. And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
The catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Hayward has a read on it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
That is fifth, the third baseman, Tommy LaStella.
Here's Tommy LaStella now, and there you see the numbers over his last 8 contests. He's really been leading the charge for this team. First pitch on its way.
Ball 1, no strike.
LaStella is one of those prototypical left-handed bats that really excels against right-handed pitching. Sees the ball well coming from that side. 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a fastball 80 to 90% of the time, and he takes it. Just can't understand the methodology there.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. That's lifted the other way out to left. On the move is Stanton. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning.
That is fifth. The shortstop, Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers bats next, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Here's the first pitch to him. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike one. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Hey, I admit I'm a little biased. There's nothing better than that pop of a glove on a good fastball. Looking forward to hearing a lot more of that pop the rest of this one.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
I mean, this offense has gotten some ugly swings off early. This pitcher is on point right now. He is mixing and matching, and everything's working.
The 0-2 once more. Misses for ball one. Now a hard liner. Foul. Swing and a miss for strike three. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. So here's the cleanup hitter, Giancarlo Stanton, and he'll be looking to change his fortunes in this one. He's seen his numbers take a bit of a dive in recent action. Now here's the pitch.
1-0.
The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one. A ball and two strikes now.
Go to that well one more time. He's been late on the first two.
And he fouls this one off. The 1-2. Gets him swinging. He struck him out.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he can put up similar numbers in this one.
At the plate now, Gary Sanchez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Bumgarner has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do, with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
1-2 to the Yankees catcher. The 1-2.
Whoa, that pitch is out.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Gio Urshela is on deck. And now pitch on the way. Bounce towards the second baseman. Reined in On to first, and Bumgarner's rolling right through him here. 2 away now.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 29.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Line shot to second, but it's caught and the side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. We'll move to the third with no score. Josh Bell the next to hit. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now here's the pitch. Third inning starts with a slider that's looked at here for ball 1. On the ground to the right side. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
The pitcher got the result he was looking for. Change up down in his zone, gets him to hit it on the ground, but obviously the result wasn't what he wanted.
And here's the second-generation big leaguer Delino DeShields. DeShields, the former Ranger, he came here by way of trade earlier this year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Previous history with Luis Severino. He's hitless in 6 tries. Bell aboard here at first with nobody out. And this is low, ball 2. 2-1. And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
So here's Kevin Kiermaier. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Has a look, now the pitch.
You know, taking you inside the mind of a batter right here, you can't get in auto swing mode. You still have to control the strike zone.
Fouled away.
I know the fans love the souvenirs, but the battle between the pitcher and batter right here is what makes the game great.
He'll try again. 1-2.
That's a ball.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
And he misses with that one down and in. It's a full count now, 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
This is line to left, and that's in there. Base hit.
Hey, just a nice piece of hitting right there. He's able to keep his hands inside that ball, stay square as long as possible, and feed it into the opposite field for a base hit.
So now to the plate, Corey Dickerson, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And this is swung on and missed. His 5th strikeout already, and there are 2 gone in the inning.
That strikeout was all about setting the hitter up with hard stuff. You can see the first 3 pitches are coming in fast, and then he slows it down on the 4th pitch, knowing the hitter is sort of conditioned for the hard stuff. Yet another way to upset a hitter's timing.
In now is Yasiel Puig, and he'll just fight this one off as it's chopped foul. 0 for 1 here in the early going. A 1-1 count to Puig. Puig, a former member of the Cleveland Indians. He signed as a free agent with this organization earlier in the season.
Yeah, he didn't have an opportunity to really get acclimated to this ball club. Showing up during the season is not always easy, opening the doors to a big league clubhouse and trying to get to know your teammates. The best way to get to know them is to go out and produce.
One and two. Here it is.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
He's set. The 2-2. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Here's Jason Hayward now. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch coming. Here it is. Oh, had him chopping at that one. It's 0-1.
I can't speak from experience, but that's got to feel good right there. Throwing a nasty changeup first pitch and getting a swing and a miss on it. Now he pretty much opened up any pitch in his arsenal.
A great job of changing speeds there. It's 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Fouled off. The 1-2. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Batting it, the center fielder, Aaron.
Digging in, the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. First pitch of the at-bat. Fastball just misses. That's ball one. Well, should be 2-0, but he goes way out of the zone to go after that one, and it's even 1-1.
Man, that's another ugly swing right there. This team is just struggling so mightily to get on base. They've looked off balance all game.
And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. And ooh, he's really given some leeway on the outside edge here. 2-2 now. Now a ball lined toward the gap in left center. That's a hit, the first of the game for the Yankees.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8 and 9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
Into the box, Mike Ford, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Bumgarner removed to first, and the runner will get back standing. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Now batting.
So it's back to the top of the order now, and that'll bring up DJ LeMahieu. First pitch on its way. Curveball is nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. 1-1 is in there for strike number 2.
Count 1 and 2.
The 1-2. There's a curveball, but it misses well out of the zone.
Hey, struggling to find the release point of that curveball. That wasn't a very good one. Somehow he's just got to find that feel, because that's a pitch he's going to need going forward.
Here now the 2-2. Hard hit ball to second. Fielded cleanly, and an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. On now to the top of inning number 4, and we are tied 0-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Mike Yastrzemski comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is going to be one of those low-scoring affairs.
Behind 0-2 now. And now a pitch on the way. Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. And this ball is crushed deep down the right field line. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Swing and a liner. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Hey, with 2 strikes right there, he's trying to run that ball up and in to try to tie him up, but it didn't quite work out.
Yeah, in today's game, everybody's fighting so hard to keep their hands inside the baseball that I think a non-executed pitch on the inner half, Dan, is exactly what the batter's looking for. Something he can keep his hands inside and just fist to the opposite field.
Here's the catcher, Yasmani Grandal, as he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike one. A runner at first with no outs here. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. A little bit outside. 2-1. Looked like he got fooled on the speed there. 2-2.
That front door slider is a devastating pitch. By the time you realize it's in the zone, it's too late, and you can't even put a good swing on it.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Boy, it's been a rough go through these middle innings so far. This offense right now really doesn't have an answer for anything that he's throwing. He's attacking up, down, in and out in the strike zone. He's been awfully dominant up to this point.
Stepping in now, Tommy La Stella, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball. 1-0. Line towards center field. But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
The batter, number 8, shortstop, Brendan Rodgers.
Coming to the plate now, Brendan Rodgers. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Count 1-0.
The 1-0 home. Right back at him and off his glove. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. Settling in now, Thairo Estrada. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Now the pitch.
That's a ball. Ball 1, no strike.
skied down the left field line. And this will wind up a foul ball. The 1-1 home. Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. The 2-2 one more time. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kiermaier giving chase, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Now batting, the designated hitter,
Next will be the designated hitter, Torres. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And it's 1-1. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
This is where you cash your checks right here. 3-1. You're one of the best hitters in the game. You live for situations like this.
Three balls and 2 strikes to the Yankees DH.
Full count, 3-2.
High and deep to right center. Puig on the run. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, the left fielder,
So striding in, Giancarlo Stanton. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Yankees so far. And it's fouled away. Curveball locks him up. Strike 3, and that's the 3rd out. So the Yanks go 1-2-3 through 4. Still tied, 0-0. Digging in now, Josh Bell. He reached on a single in his first try.
the first baseman, Josh Bell.
Now the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Yeah, Matty, you're seeing a lot of late swings on the fastball tonight because this guy has had everything working. He has them in the proverbial rocking chair.
The windup and the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this.
LeMahieu with a great stop. It's in time. And that's a huge play to keep the leadoff man off base.
Big league play in the hole right there, and that's a pretty good example of why getting hits at this level is so difficult. You know he was running down the line thinking, for real? You got to be kidding me.
Standing in, Delino DeShields. First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
One out, nobody on. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And he won't take any chances on that one as this is scooped away in foul territory for the first strike. Try to bunt his way on, but this is popped up. Sanchez is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
The batter, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Into the box now, Kevin Kiermaier. 1 for 1 after a single this first time up. And now pitch on the way. Strike taken up in the zone.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today for me. When I first came up, a lot of guys working that Greg Maddux east to west.
Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Great mid-AB adjustment right there. Swung at the first high fastball and was able to take the second one.
The 1-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A solo shot down the line in right. 4th home run for him on the season. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Hey, every once in a while, this speed guy will jump up and bite one. He absolutely crushed that baseball. Doesn't fit his usual tool description, but he can go deep if you leave one over the heart of the plate.
To the plate now, Corey Dickerson. As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
There seem to be different philosophies on it. So, Dan, what was your approach in 0-2 counts?
My philosophy is this. I think the last thing you want to do is throw non-competitive pitches, Matt. Throw something down.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So only 1 hit in the inning on the solo shot, but it's enough to push him out in front. Home half of the 5th coming up. Colorado Springs is out in front here, 1-0. Standing in, Gary Sanchez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Gary Sanchez.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Outside, that's a ball.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. This is skied into short left center. DeShields is calling for it. Makes the play, 1 away. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he currently sits 3rd in the AL in that category. Now at the plate, Gio Urshela hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, pretty unlucky right there, Matty. Squared up a fastball nicely, and that's all you can do. You just want to be on time for the heater, and he's prepared for this next AB.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher, able to pound the zone with all different options.
Now the pitch. Smoke toward the hole. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Well, that's only the second hit he's given up tonight, and the first one didn't do any damage. So he's not sweating this one at all. They haven't been able to string anything together.
So that'll bring up Jason Hayward as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Hit in the air down the right field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Hayward, or often just J-Hay. He's an 11-year vet at the major league level, so he certainly put together a nice career in professional baseball. Here it comes on 0-2. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
The 1-2. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors for the Yankees so far. Counts even to Hayward, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Working for the punch out and the offering, and he fouls this one off. Now another 2-2. Fouled away.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Here now the 2-2. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you could tell these things and exploit them.
At the plate, Aaron Hicks, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. A base hit in his first trip. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Swing and a flare hit toward right. Puig coming on. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. Yanks leave 1. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Ready once again, Yasiel Puig. He's set to lead us off in the 6th inning.
The right fielder, Yasiel Puig.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled off. Popped him up. Urshela has a play. 1 out.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter, Mike Yastrzemski.
Digging in once again, Mike Yastrzemski. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
1-1.
Bases are empty. One man out. And it's fouled away. The 1-2. And that one got a piece of him.
Yeah, I can hear the crowd murmuring now, wondering if he hit him on purpose. But hey, us pitchers need to be able to throw inside, especially when facing hitters as dangerous as he is. Pretty sure this one just got away from him, and hey, that's part of the game.
Digging in, Yasmani Grandal. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
Ready with the 1-0. That's wide. 2-0.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Runner at first here. One man out. Two and one after the foul ball there. From the belt, the pitch. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are two away now. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
In now, Tommy La Stella, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. No hits to this point. The 1-0 home. Rolled slowly down the third baseline. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Striding in, Mike Ford. He'll start things out in the sixth for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
On its way is pitch number 75.
Like that pitch there, lefty on lefty matchup, curveball away to a lefty. Smart pitch.
Bumgarner ready with the 0-1. High pop up. Bell shading to his right. One down. So the shutout still intact here in the sixth as we check out the league leaderboard for team ERA. And you can see that this staff currently leads the AL in that category. So the batting order turns over now and set to go DJ LeMahieu. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Nope, outside.
One out, nobody on. That evens it up 1-1. Now the pitch. Slow roller down the third baseline. Throw not in time to get him, and how about that? An unlikely infield single.
You know, Dero, as a pitcher, that can be so frustrating. You're taught to try to go out there and make quality pitches, and that was a really good pitch. And I would be willing to bet you he's surprised that that turned into an infield single.
Yeah, at the end of the day, he's smiling. That hitter's smiling, running down first base, knowing he's got an infield single right there. He has no business.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. Runner at second here with one man out. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Man, when you're struggling at the plate, that pitcher smells blood in the water. He's coming right after you, trying to end it quick.
Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, gotta feel like it's a win for the offense.
Hops this one up. Bell takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Now back, the designated hitter,
So digging in now, Torres, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
1-0.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
Runner in scoring position at second with two down. Ball two.
Boy, this is one of those tricky spots for a pitcher, right? You have an open base, but you have a guy on deck that could do a lot of damage. Not a good spot to be in if you're a pitcher right now.
Curveball here is over for a strike.
That's evidence of a pitcher and catcher being totally in sync out there. That tells me they both know that's a good pitch for him right now.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
And he can't connect with the 3-1 curveball, so that'll run it full.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
And that misses, ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Yeah, and if you can make it all the way to the 6th inning before you give up a walk, you're doing something right. He's been very efficient so far, so we'll see if he can get back on track here.
Giancarlo Stanton now. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. 2 men are on with 2 men out. And there's ball 1.
Well, the Yankees have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to see if they can get it, but now it sure would be a good time.
Good take there to lay off the high fastball.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at bat, trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Ready with the 2-1. Two down, runners at first and second. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Ready with the payoff pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Giancarlo swings, and this ball is hit well into left field. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A 3-run home run for Giancarlo Stanton. 32 now for the season, and it gives the Yankees a 3-1 lead. And we'll employ the use of our show track technology to get a better idea of that home run. And you see it there, 111 miles an hour off the bat. He certainly squared that one up well. At the plate now, Gary Sanchez. As he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Behind 0-2 now. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Another look at the big blow for the Bombers, a 3-run home run. The 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up to start the 7th. It's now 3-1 Yanks. In now, Brendan Rodgers. 3rd trip to the plate for him here. He struck out and grounded out in his first 2 tries.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast. They could certainly use that right now.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes.
Hey, he's been on point from the start of this game, just pounding the zone with a high 90s fastball. It almost looks like he's gotten stronger as the game's gone on.
Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Keep in mind, people, the longer the at-bat, the higher the likelihood that this becomes his last inning.
3-2 now.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at-bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit or at least force him out of the game.
And he struck him out. So double digits now. 10 strikeouts for him thus far.
Man, this guy's on his game today, not only when he's throwing strikes, but how about the amount of strikeouts? What's even more impressive, no walks up to this point. So he's pounding that zone with strikes, and he's making these hitters swing the bat.
So that'll bring up Josh Bell. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
And that misses 1-1. And through 6 1/3, he's about to hit the 100 pitch mark now.
Hey, you know, Matty V, this is all you can ask for as a manager in today's game in baseball. Very rarely do we see guys get through the 7th inning. So he's through the 6th here with 1 out, and Mark DeRosa, so far so good, a pretty decent outing.
Yeah, and I think it's going to be batter to batter here for the manager if he's going to continue to ride this hot hand or if he's going to go to the bullpen.
As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
And here's the thing from a pitcher's perspective. You look at this line and you think, wow, he's been sitting guys down all game long, and that's true. But on the flip side, his pitch count is up there. You have to wonder if he might be starting to get a little bit tired in this one.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Chad Green comes on the pitch here with 1 man gone in the top of the 7th.
Number 57, Chad Green.
Into the box, Delino DeShields. And Dan, what's the plan of attack here for the guy on the mound?
Well, I think they have to go right after him. He's pretty unlikely to take you deep, but if you allow him to get on base, the chances of him scoring and tying this game become a lot greater.
First delivery to him on the way. Grounded back up the middle. He'll go to the bag for 1. On to first, and how about that for an entrance? 1 pitch, 2 outs, and the inning is over. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. 7th inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Yankees lead it 3-1. Trey Wingener is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. Striding into the box, Gio Urshela. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Third baseman, number 29.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Oh, 1, here's the pitch.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
And it's 1-2. Hard hit ball to second. A dive, and he knocks it down. And a good try to recover that time, but he'll beat it out as he's aboard to kick off the inning.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of a baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
Into the box now, Jason Hayward. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. As a look, now the pitch. Grounded to third. 1 there. Over to Bell for the double play.
Now batting, the center fielder, Aaron.
So base is empty now after the double play. And standing in is the veteran outfielder, Aaron Hicks. First pitch on its way. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. On to first on his own is Bell, and that ends the inning. Yanks held in check, but they hang on to a 3-1 lead. Andrew Chafin has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 47, Andrew Chafin.
New inning set to get underway. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He's coming off a solo homer in his previous trip. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Chafin has seen his role change with those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. Ball 2 now.
Well, this is the matchup they wanted, bringing in the reliever, but falling behind 2-0 doesn't exactly help the situation very much.
Outside, 3-0 now. Chafin playing here in his age 29 season. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you, so we'll see if that's the case here.
Here's the first pitch to him. And this one's in the dirt. And no advance. It's ball 1. In the dirt here. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Hit hard on the ground to first. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, Vero. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And that misses downstairs for a ball, 1-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Takes this the other way to right. But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time.
Designated hitter, Mike Yastrzemski.
For the plate now is the designated hitter, Mike Yastrzemski. He's got to be looking for vengeance after getting plunked in his last at-bat.
Yeah, Matty, you're not lying. Last time up, squared right in the back. Hopefully it doesn't stiffen up. I want to see if he can get through something right here.
And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet, but the bases are loaded with 1 away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
They had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets down, but eventually does get to third base.
So now to the plate, Yasmani Grandal. A ball and no strikes. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Line to the right side. And he will deliver one of the biggest at-bats of the night. It's a base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at their deficit. It's now a 3-2 contest.
Yeah, one a day keeps the doctor away, Dan, especially when it's a big one late in the game. It doesn't matter at all. You're just trying to get one knock a day, find a couple barrels. He happened to catch his late.
Boy, I tell you what, you're talking about coming at a good time, too. You're having kind of a rough night last AB. You end up being able to do something positive, not only for yourself, but also helping the team out, too.
Into the box now, Tommy La Stella. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Here's the first pitch to him. One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Lined into left center. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And the run is in to score from third. It's a 3-3 game.
You know, D-Row, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable. He's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Standing in now, Brendan Rodgers, and he fouls this one off. Canely, originally from New York State. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2013.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
There's a fastball pretty close that time, but ruled the ball 1-1.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
Bases are loaded here, one man out.
He's going.
And now everybody's running. On the bunt attempt is popped up. Ford is there, and he has it for the out. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Zach Britton will come on in relief now, and he'll be making appearance number 80 on the season thus far. Miguel Andujar is up off the bench as he will pinch hit here in the bottom of the 8th in a tie ball game. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1. Comes in here right at 260. 14 homers and 44 RBIs. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hit high and deep to right center. Puig giving chase. He takes the turn and heads for second. And a high bounce will take it over the outfield wall, and he kicks off the inning with a ground rule double.
Well, that will bring a smile to a manager's face every single time. First hitter of the inning just squares it up and bounces it over the fence. Even if it stays in the yard, that's a double either way.
Here's the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And he lays off for ball 1. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with nobody out. 2 balls and a strike now to the Yankees leadoff man. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. And it's a productive first out as that runner's able to advance 90 feet up to third here.
Well, good fundamental baseball might just win him this ball game. They had the go-ahead run at second base, so this guy knows exactly what he has to do. Just a simple ground ball to the right side gets that guy to third, and now all sorts of ways to take the lead.
At the plate, Tyro Estrada. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Yeah, give me the same at bat. As you stride to the plate right here, give me the same execution. Just get something in the air. You got a chance to take the lead right here. Don't try and do any more.
Well, this is a strikeout situation, but it's also a ground ball situation. I expect we'll see a lot of pitches down in the zone trying to prevent the hitter from getting the ball up in the air.
Oh and 1, here it comes. Popped him up. La Stella in foul ground. 2 down.
Now back, the designated hitter, Gleyber Torres.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Torres 0 for 2 for him to this point. He's set. Here it comes. The set and the 1-0. Smoke toward third. La Stella fields it cleanly. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1 hit, 1 left. 9th inning coming up. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Miguel Andujar remains in the game, batting 9th and manning first base.
Now playing first base, number 41, Miguel.
All set to start the 9th in this one. Digging in and looking for more, Josh Bell. Last time through was a base hit.
Leading off for the Sky Sox, the first baseman, Josh.
First offering on its way. Now a hard liner, but foul. Set to deliver the 0-1. Fouled away. Ready with the 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, and he can't come up with it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Anthony Rendon will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. Bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now back, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Now at the plate, Kevin Kiermaier. He went deep back in the 5th. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. He's set. The 0-1. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now. Oh, and 2. Here it is.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. Anthony Rendon will stay in the ballgame now as he comes on to play second here.
Number 6, Anthony Rendon.
Pat Venditti enters to do the pitching, and best case scenario for him is to push this one into extra innings. And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0 home. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out. And we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Into the box, Gary Sanchez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. And that's over. 2-1.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Woo, that was an ugly swing. If I'm pitching right now, I'm throwing that same pitch again. That was ugly.
The 2-2 is a called strike 3 on the corner.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Next for New York, Gio Urshela. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. From the stretch. In the air, down the line in left. Dickerson on the move. He makes the catch, and we are headed to extra innings. So they can't get that winning run home, and that means we'll have to go a little longer tonight to find a winner. 10th inning coming up, and we are all tied at 3 apiece. Jonathan Holder takes the mound as he'll be the first man to pitch here in extra innings.
Number 56, Jonathan Holder.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Corey Dickerson. He'll be the one to start things out as we begin the 10th. He's ready. Here's the first offering. The 1-0 home. To first. Throw to first gets him. 1 out here to lead off the 10th.
Now batting, right fielder, Yasiel.
Now to the plate, Yasiel Puig, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. First pitch on its way. Popped him up. Andujar over to his right. 2 down.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter, Mike Yastrzemski.
Stepping up now, Mike Yastrzemski. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Oh, he couldn't catch up with the gas that time. Two out, nobody on. Fouled off.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Scooped up. And the off-balance throw is right there for the 3rd out. And a high degree of difficulty on that one as the side is retired. So they go quietly here in this half inning. So one will win it here as we go to the bottom of inning number 10. And we are all tied at 3 apiece. Now batting, Jason Hayward. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Here's the first pitch to him. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1. On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield.
Hey, that's a nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. Interesting here. This is where you play a little bit of manager. It's an AL game. Let's see if he employs a little National League style. Maybe ask the guy to bunt and move the runner up right here. I don't think so, though. American League, it's nasty. You're trying to drive something in a gap or over a wall.
Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And he's back in standing. To the plate now, Aaron Hicks. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. The winning run is at first base. Now a drive to right field. This could do it. Game over. Walk-off home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. And none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
When you get into extra innings, you're always looking for that one guy to step up and be that hero. And this guy was the hero tonight. What does he do? Steps up with a walk-off home run to end this thing in extras.
Several good offensive performances in this one, but none better than the one turned in by the guy you see right there. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a multi-hit game, and more importantly, they were big hits. He was a key contributor to the outcome of this one.
There's no cap. She like that, I keep coming back. La 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 bomb. Shout out you the bomb. We go shopping in Milan. Messi to that form. Bad in LA like LeBron. I got a smudge in her little bomb. She say you can have my corazon. La bomba. Say that. Yeah. What you gonna do?
And this evening's contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final. The New York Yankees get their 100th victory of the season, best in the division, not a surprise. Jonathan Holder gets the win in relief, his second of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
First for the victorious Yankees, 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. For the visitors, 3 runs on 9 hits, no errors. They left 8 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 4 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.